Have you ever received messages from people saying that you inspired them to pursue a career in conservation? Yes. Inspiring young people to move toward conservation as a career, which is awesome. More collabs. Okay, so that's one of the things that Wes Larson said, is that if he didn't go to zoos and they didn't have education programs at zoos and he didn't get to see those animals when he was a kid, he would not be a biologist today, and I would not be calling him about this problem. Which is true. And that's the same for every conservationist that I'm talking to about this crisis, right? The first time I had an existential crisis in conservation was when I went to Belize. You guys remember when I went to Belize, and I was on this research island, learning about these fish that they were studying on the research island, and I was like, this is such a beautiful place, and the researcher goes, yeah, we'll soak it in, it's going to be underwater in 50 years. And I was like, okay. That was where my first crisis happened. And I made Dobbins talk to me for hours about it. And I don't remember what conclusion I came to. Essential part to helping educated demographic that couldn't care less about conservation efforts. The fact that you're worried and not doing enough shows that you're on the right path. Oh, I guess so. No matter what kind of surgery you're doing, driving awareness to a demographic. At least you're doing something. Dr. Colby said that there is always going to be distance between myself and knowing my impact as an educator. That goes for teachers, that goes to conservation educators, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I don't know how to feel okay about that. I talked to my therapist about it. I've been wrestling with this for a while, if you can't tell. I talked to my therapist about it, and she said, I'm like you. Do you think that it's enough for me? Do you think it's fulfilling enough for me to think that I've only helped the lives of, 50 people that have been her clients in her lifetime? And she was like, no, not at all. But I have to believe and I have to hope that by making a healthy person, it will make healthier people around them, and when that person has children, that they will be healthier people. And I'm just making, it's a ripple effect in that way. But I don't know if hoping is enough for me to feel like I'm making enough of an impact. I want to. What about stats? Yeah. We just finished the study with Columbia, and I didn't talk to you guys much about the study while it was happening because we were collecting data, so I didn't want to. But Alveus recently finished collecting data for a study with a PhD department at Columbia University, their Department of Evolutionary Biology and Ecology. And they reached out to me for Alveus, and we did polls during Animal Quest streams to gauge the impact of having live animal ambassadors as a part of conservation education programs and doing it virtually. So we had polls to gauge attitudes and shifting perceptions and stuff. They are taking data on chat interactions. We had an animal ambassador on screen for part of those presentations and off screen for part of those presentations, and they're parsing all that out and comparing the difference. So hopefully there's some quantitative results that come from that that'll be interesting. Maybe that'll help me. But what I'm scared of is having this massive opportunity, everybody supporting me, being so generous, so many people counting on me to make the right moves here and do a good job and make a real impact for our planet that I just care so much about, and I'm scared I'm missing. I'm scared I'm just not making the right choices, or that what I'm teaching isn't what I should be. Thank you for the $50. I appreciate that. Essential part of the human existence is always never knowing the extent of the impact of your actions. And your actions feeling as if they cannot match the enormity of your ambition to help. It's well articulated and very true. Anonymous, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. 90% of the chat doesn't know what she's talking about. I feel like most of you do know what I'm talking about. I've found your content and impact to be pretty big on me. Now I've been volunteering in an animal sanctuary for 3 months. That's sick. Scroob, thank you. Mine said a teacher does. If they worry about the students of the future, they would struggle so hard. You do your best and you believe in teaching. How would you know whether you're doing the best thing? And if you aren't doing the best thing, how would you know you're not doing the next best or even the impossible for you currently? It's impossible to know. Yep. It's impossible to know. It is impossible to know. That is the problem. I want a tangible, nice. Good luck with your recovery. Thank you for the 5. So stop attempting and try to know. Oh, just stop. Oh, thank you. Okay. I'll just stop freaking out about it. Okay, here's my plan. Finish up those calls that I have scheduled. Talk to more conservationist biologists about what's going on. Focus on the recommendations section of Animal Quest. Focus on calls to action and telling more people what they can do in their personal lives. The other thing that's important to note is I am talking to thousands of normal people, normal consumers. You are not the problem. You know what I mean? You are not you can make an impact on what's going on to our planet, but you are not the reason that these things are happening. You understand? Like, to make a real impactful difference, if I wanted to go tackle conservation at the highest level, I would be attacking big corp and I'd be attacking legislation, you know? But that's not my role because I have a platform. That's why I was thinking about being an environmental lawyer when I was in college, is I was like, maybe that's the strongest move for me. Now that I have a platform, it would make no sense for me to go offline and lobby somewhere by myself. You know, I do think that education is the most powerful thing I can be doing because of the platform that I have. I just want to be doing the right kind of education. But I need to focus on tangible things. I need to focus on calls to action for you guys. Like, what can you do to feel better about this? I need to focus on bridging that connection to the animal ambassadors. I think it's genuinely so important. I think that you'll care so much more about the species if you think about the ambassador at Alveus. I do believe in that. And the other thing that was Space's idea that I would really like to do that could be fun and might help keep me afloat throughout these inevitable existential crises that I will continue to face is a show and tell tab on the Alveus website, little people show and tell, where people can go in there and post when they start volunteering somewhere, post when they get an internship somewhere, post if they picked up trash, post if they, found a baby bird and took it to a rehab center, post anything wildlife conservation related. If they were inspired from the stream, I can react to them on my desktop. One, because, again, I think it'll help keep me afloat. This is crazy. You want to hear a funny story? After the cooking stream that I did the Meal Prep Monday stream, and I made these rice balls in the air fryer with mozzarella in them. And this guy tweeted at me, and he tweeted a picture of rice balls, and he was like, my first time making rice balls with mozzarella. And I looked at this post. I replied to it. I'll show you the post. It's actually, I'm so insane. He posted this. First time making rice balls with cheese. And I was like, they're going to be great. And he posted this, and I looked at this picture, and I could tell he used the saran wrap like I did on my stream, and he put the tin foil in the air fryer like I did on the stream, and it made me cry. I'm going to cry. I didn't see his reply. I said they're going to turn out great. He said they were. I saw how enthusiastic you were with yours, and I told myself that I had to try them. I'm glad I did. Thank you for introducing me to these. Literally, I saw this post and I cried. And it's not because the dude made rice balls, right? Like, that's great. But I was like, wait, this is impact. I was like, there's impact here. And it's not, I didn't tell you guys to go make, well, I probably was like, you should try these. But like, I liked the reply. The fact that he saw something on my stream that I was excited about, that he saw something and he was like, oh, yeah, and that he's like a real person that went out and did it, made me cry. Because I was just, and I think this is also what made me think that this show and tell tab will help me a lot to keep me afloat. You realize that probably happens a lot? No. And that's the problem. When I asked you guys on my meal prep stream, I was like, have any of you guys meal prepped or made any of these? And a bunch of you were like, yeah. I was like, what? I was so surprised. And so I think I just need to see it. You don't read comments or shit, that's why. Yeah, I don't. That's a problem. I don't read comments. So if people are saying it there, then I don't know. But maybe that's something that'll help keep me afloat, is like people are doing these things, and because I'm reacting to it on stream and because it's a forum, hopefully it'll encourage other people to do more too and post it on there. I don't want it to be on the Reddit. If you guys haven't noticed, even when my Reddit wasn't dead, I just hate reacting to Reddit. It might be a little PTSD from LSF. Honestly, I hate going through my Reddit. I hate it. Even when there's good stuff on there, I hate opening up Reddit. He said, I never would have made okonomiyaki if I didn't see you make them. Never would have thought to try them. Stop. I'm sick. It's not me crying. I made that too. Halt. That is very nice. I'm so glad you made okonomiyaki. I really like it.
We've got a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend just got down. I revived him. Now we're heading southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park Street. Look at the map. Go to the mark sheet.